All right, great. So, how are you?
I am doing well. What about you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, what is your name?
My name is Subhash Pal.
Subhash Pal. Okay, great. So, before we go ahead, little bit about myself. So, my name is Priyankini, and as you can see, I'm the speaker at Clapingo. And about my background, I'm a public speaking trainer for around 6+ years of experience, and I'm also an author of the book called Speak Out. So, this
Okay,
is
nice.
available on Amazon. So yeah, that's all about me. So now it is your turn, Subhash. Tell me something about yourself. Like, where are you from? What do you do?
I am from Guwahati, and
Okay,
here I am into a government service,
okay,
and I live with my family.
okay.
And where are you from?
Right now, I'm staying in Kolkata.
Okay,
Yes. So my husband is into. He is also into government. So, Geological Survey of India.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, that's why his first posting was in Bangalore. We stayed there in Bangalore for 9 years, and now 2 years back we shifted to Kolkata.
Nice.
Okay. So let's start the session today. So there's a topic called secrets of success. Okay.
Okay.
So let's talk on that topic today because as
Mhm.
you seem very much experienced, and we will discuss on that. So
Okay.
otherwise, see, Clappingo is very flexible. We do not stick to only one topic. If you are flexible with some other topic, we can go ahead with that. No
It's
issues at all.
okay. It's okay. I'll go with the topic that you have
Yeah,
just mentioned.
because the whole objective of Clappingo is not the speaker speaking and speaking and speaking. It is the other way around. I mean, we want you to speak,
Yeah.
right?
The main
So
motto is to speak because it is spoken English class. So the more we'll speak, the more we'll get the fluency, and
yeah,
tutors will come to know where we are making mistakes, and they will point out, and we can correct it. Yeah, it is the thing that we
yes,
focus on.
yes.
Yeah.
So so what is success according to you, Subhash?
Success that we in our life we want to achieve something. So for that we try to achieve that one, and for achieving those things we make plans, and we follow the plans accordingly. And when we achieve that goal, so we feel successful that we have achieved that one.
Basically, I think success is a very subjective nowadays. It's a subjective term because see, it depends upon person to person. Like for
Yeah,
me,
that's right.
what is success
Yes,
is
yes, that's
entirely
right.
different from what success is for you. For few people, it can be the materialistic things, maybe the house, the car. For few people, maybe peace, right? For few people, having a good relationship. For few people, having good children, right? So it is different for different people,
Yes,
right?
right, right.
So tell me, Subhash, what was the biggest challenge in your life, like which you have faced to reach to that success?
To be honest, that I did not have a very big goal. Actually, I always went with the flow. Whatever came my way, I just follow it and I faced it. So I never, I did not have any a big goal to achieve. So I never felt a challenge as such. So just the life is going on, and I'm pulling up only.
But I think I haven't heard anybody who never had any challenges, and I mean that is too, what you say, that is too theoretical. Because I think, see, if not in professional front, you might be facing some challenges in the personal front, right? So I think challenges are a part of life. Maybe you are so used to the challenges that they do not look to you as challenges, right? So that can happen. So yeah.
So the big challenge, if you say that my main goal was to when I was young, so to get a job. So after getting the job, then the challenges that how to perform the work in a better way, and for trying to get promotion. So there were some departmental examinations that I have to appear. So those were small challenges. So I achieved those things.
What else about success? So sometimes, these topics, they become so monotonous, like you're not left with anything else to talk on that, what to talk
Now,
in
as
success.
you mentioned that success differs from person to person. So in my case also like that. So I feel successful. I will feel or I feel successful because from the fact that when they will establish themselves, so that will be my goal. Suppose I have a big um, house, cars, money, wealth, etc., but they are not established in their life. They are not doing great things in their life. So that will not make any happiness in my. Even though I have so many things with me, materialistic thing. So that is how I look in my life. That I don't want money. The minimum money that is required, I am happy with that. But I want them to be successful in their life. That will make me happy.
Wow, that's a very good vision. And normal, parents, every parent has that vision, to see their children happy and successful.
Can I ask about yourself?
Yeah, yeah, sure, you can.
Okay, so when I first saw your name in the teachers list, so your name is Priyankini Mahanta, no?
Yes.
So this name is very, I mean, this surname is very familiar in this part in our state. So
Okay.
initially I thought that you are from Assam. So later I came to know that you might be from Odisha.
Yes, yes. So I'm
Uh,
originally from Odisha.
Other than this, what do you do? So you are already mentioned an author, and you are taking classes on Clapingo. And other than that, what do you do?
Yes, so basically my background is public speaking. So I
Oh,
started,
you told initially, yes, yes, public. So I just wanted to ask you that what is the secrets about becoming a public speaker? I am not asking about to speak in a big platform or before a large gathering. Just small people say like in our office. Sometimes our colleagues retire, and it so happens that sometimes from the gathering, some would ask you, then you can give a small pitch about that colleague. So if I cannot uh, give a speech, even though a small one, so it is so embarrassing. So many a times I had to say, no, 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 I'm not going to give a speech like that. So how can we uh, go about it? What is the points that we should look for that if we practice, or the main thing is the fear of speaking before public. That is the main thing. So how can we get rid of these things, this fear?
okay, okay, all right. So I will just discuss on few points, although you are very much experienced, right? You have faced life more than me, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's all there in your mind. And see, now look at this particular situation. You are just sitting in front of me. Maybe now you are comfortable, but for the first, that imagine for the first 2 3 minutes, what was going on in your mind, that okay, this lady, she's a public speaker, she's an author, obviously she'll be speaking better than me. How
Hmm.
will I speak? How will I speak in front of her? Isn't that going on in your mind?
No, there is a slight difference here because here what happens that I know, and the speaker or the tutor, she knows that this is a learner. So, he- so I have that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I know that I will make mistake. I will not be able to speak like the speaker speak.
Yes.
So
Yes. So that's the reason you are here, right? Only because you
yeah.
don't
So that
understand.
does not make any. Uh, I mean, I am not in a fear. That fear is not here. So I know
Okay.
that teacher is there. So she knows that I am not a good speaker. But when I speak, if I happen to speak before a stranger, then these things comes to our mind. What if I cannot reply, give a reply like that? And when there is a gathering, that becomes even more, the fear is more. So that
Yes.
is the difference.
So basically, see, fear is nothing but it's just a thought, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I believe. It's just a thought,
Yeah, it's
and
true. Yeah, yeah, it's true.
it's just a thought. And my point is, I was just going to bring out that point that like, see, maybe this is not with you. This case is not with you, but with my previous participants, these students, what
Hmm.
happens is, few people, although they have a very good English, they are not even able to speak a sentence. Then
Okay.
what I do is I try to make them self comfortable, that listen,
Hmm.
here nobody is judging you, I'm just
Yes.
here to help you. And although I'm a non-vegetarian, I will not eat you. Right? So I try to make the situation little humorous, and I try to you know um, make their subconscious mind believe that I'm also a normal person like you people,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's just that I have chosen training, I have chosen public speaking as my forte. I have developed my strength in that. Otherwise there is no difference between you and me, right? So I think the fear itself is just a thought, and it begins with a thought. Now if you just see, now when you're saying that, when I go to 4 or 5 people gathering, I'm not able to speak. Now just it is just a thought. The fear will go away the moment you address it. The moment you go and speak, I think obviously for 1 minute you will be nervous. After 2 minutes, you yourself, you will realize that the fear has already gone. And same thing happened with me as well. You won't believe, when I was a kid, I was a very shy kid. So as the eldest in the house, I had no other children to play with. Okay, I mean, my dad was the eldest one, I was the elder daughter. So nobody, no children with me to play. So I grew up as a completely mute. Even you won't believe, my dad's friends, when they used to come to the house, and my dad used to call me, come here, say namaste uncle, I was like shivering like anything. I used to shiver like anything. I used to go to my mom and I used to hide behind her back. I still remember those things,
Okay. Yeah.
and uh, my teachers, my friends, my dad's friends, everybody used to create my image as, she's not smart at all, she's a dumb fellow, she cannot speak, wo to kuch bolti nahi hai, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I grow up, conditioned with these kind of a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was one fine day, when I realized that, am I mean, going to be like this for my whole life, right? And then I started exploring my own personality, exploring in the sense, when I, after grade 12, I mean, my dad wanted me to prepare for medical, so I went on and I failed, and then I chose biotechnology after my BTech. Then I got married.
Okay.
So, see, I didn't get a chance to pursue further studies, MTech and all, so I completely dropped that line. And my dad wanted me to be like, at least have a stable job, so I appeared for banks, and I also qualified UCO Bank, right? So when I got the offer letter from UCO Bank, like, I was pregnant with 6 months, and then they posted me to a very remote area, which
Okay.
was
Mm-hmm.
80 kilometers from Bangalore. So that was, I cleared clerical. So clerical they post in remote areas. So then I decided that this is not my cup of tea, and that is when I started my training journey. I started training kids on public speaking. That is when I realized that, oh my God, I'm a brilliant speaker, right? So the whole point is, unless you make yourself vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
unless you take that as a challenge, that okay, what is that fear, let me address it, let me go and
Mm-hmm.
speak. Although I was shivering for the first time, everything, like, heartbeat was increasing, and my whole palms were sweating, everything. But once I addressed it, I mean, there was no looking back. I became like a rocket. I mean, one after the other, like, every public speaking opportunities, I grabbed it, and that's how I gradually became very confident on my own skill. So I think,
So
uh,
one thing is that when you are in school, So there you might have given some speeches also. So
Yes, yes.
that is also another thing, that you grown up with such kind of environment. So in our
No,
case, we never spoke. So that's why it becomes very difficult.
that is a reason, but see, it is just an excuse, right? It is just an excuse. Although I used to get a lot of opportunities to go to the assembly and say the thoughts of the day or some speeches, I never used to go. Believe me, I never ever used to go. I was a backbencher, and although my teachers always pushed me, I never used to go. Right, but yes, the formative years of development, they matter a lot. And as I have a convent background, and 15 years from nursery to class 12 I was in St Mary's.
Mm.
So the that time, I'm born in 86. Okay, that time the scenario was so strict, in the recess tiffin time. If there is some leader, vice leader or any leader roaming around, and they see somebody talking in Hindi, even one word or two word, we had to pay fine of 10 rupees for each time we speak in some other language, right? So
Yes.
maybe I think in a year I have paid maybe four times or five. So when the environment is that strict, you have no other option but to speak in English, right? So that is how, that was the discipline which we had. And yeah, that also had a very big contribution to the development. But yes, it's not like you can any time master any skill.
Okay. So you can. So you suggest that if such situation arises and I have to speak before a gathering, so I should grab the opportunity and go for it without thinking
Yes,
whether I would
yes, not
be able to
thinking
do it or
anything.
not. Just go for it and
Just
speak.
go for it, simple.
Okay.
For 2 minutes, believe me, only for 2 minutes you will be nervous. And see, if you're so uncomfortable, admit it. Tell them that I don't know, I feel so nervous today, right?
And one more
Just
thing,
admit.
say I know beforehand that there would be a such environment that I'll have to speak. I know that a thing coming, say after 1 week, it is going to happen, and I may be asked to speak before the gathering. So, is it necessary that I should practice before that?
Definitely, definitely. Not once, but 10 times, 12 times.
That is also
Definitely.
necessary.
Necessary.
That
Very
will give me the
that
confidence.
will give you confidence. That will give
Yeah.
you confidence. Right? See, I'll tell you my example. Recently, I got an opportunity to be invited as a guest speaker in a employee felicitation program. Okay.
Okay.
On one hand, I want to grab this opportunity because this will give me a publicity, right? On the other hand, I'm very much scared because see, I have done trainings to graduates like NII to campus to corporates. I have groomed people on communication skills like MBA final year, BTech final year, but I don't have any corporate exposure. Yeah, one-on-one coaching I have done, to the professionals. Corporate exposure completely zero. Even I told that person like who was inviting me, I told, look, I don't have any corporate experience. But still, he was like, come on, you are such a good speaker and you can pull up. I told yes, but see, I will prepare maybe 100 times before going there, right?
Hmm.
It doesn't matter like what kind of audience is there, or, it's not that tough, whatever. But, you know, it is new for me, right? It is a next step for me.
Yes.
So I need to be prepared. For you, the first step is the next step. So you have
Yes.
to be prepared and prepared really well. Before going, you already know the scenario, you know the content, like what I need to speak to. At least prepare that, and slowly and gradually, 2 3 times once you do it, and you would not have to prepare only, you will just go and speak impromptu.
So it is like that you are running an institution and people do come to your institution and you give training, or you are invited by the institutions and you go there and give training.
I'm invited. So basically, I launched my own program in 2020, but then it did not work out well. So I'm still struggling in my
Okay.
entrepreneurship. So the beginning is always a little tough.
Yeah.
So that is how it is. and that's the reason now I'm doing freelancing in the sense, they invite me and then I go,
Hmm.
I take the sessions and come.
Okay. So it's almost finished. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
we are running out
exactly.
of time, so you can give a small feedback and we
Small
can.
feedback, sorry, yeah, we were so involved. Yeah, so basically, Subhash, what I can see is, you do not have much problem in the English. Like I could see, like grammar perfect, pronunciation good, not best. Vocabulary is a bit weak, right? Because you're thinking a lot before
Yeah,
speaking,
yeah.
right? So
What
the
to
right
say?
word is not coming in the right time. So the only way to improve vocabulary is to read. Okay, read 10 minutes. It's not like 1 hour you completely sit and read. 10 minutes is, I think, fine. Otherwise, like your English is perfect. So and you are pretty confident as well. Uh, so you need to
Thank you.
work on the vocabulary, and you have a smiling face, and that's very good, because as a public speaker we always notice the body language, right?
Yes, right.
So yeah, that's all. It was nice interacting with you, and hope
Yeah,
for
same here. It
having
was nice
more
talking to
sessions.
you.
Yeah, more sessions with you.
Yeah,
So
same. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
definitely. I'll get back to you later.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. All
Thank you.
right. Take
Okay.
care. Good night.
Bye. Good night.